Welcome, welcome to Grown Men Chopping It Up with J.R. Ryder and Kerry Witta K. This is a grown-up place for grown-up talk. Put the kids to bed and crank up the volume. And let's get to it.
Yeah, nigga. You looking at
This week, where's this story? This week's episode is brought to you by Has-Been, a former lesbian who is now in a heterosexual relationship.
And what is it?
It's a Has-Been. Because they be switching up.
Switch up like Bishop.
I think they just be having lesbian relationships for the money.
What?
In fact, I was just saying today that lesbianism gave fat ugly girls something to do.
Wow.
Because now we can't even treat them. We can't treat them bad. They ain't with us no more. They were women.
Being treated bad.
Yeah, exactly. The same shit we was doing.
Wow. Hey, so let's. We had another show.
We back into place.
We're on iHeart now.
Yeah, and that's big too. iHeart, along with all them other places.
Yeah, I like iHeart. I mean, that's what made me get into podcasts was listening to iHeart.
And they setup looks good too on your phone.
Right, and we're not too far down in the relationship category.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool. We're between like some white dude and I think some guy who fucks horses.
Oh, that's a relationship.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But I was really excited when I saw us on there because I was checking the stats and we had a huge jump in podcasts. And it was it says source iHeart. I was like, what the hell? And then I looked and we got a lot of people from iHeart.
Yeah, like hundreds.
Yeah. So that's super duper cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything new happening with you before we get started?
No. No, that's same old shit for me, man.
Well, let's get the show cracking then. You want to start off? You want me to start off?
Oh, you start off. You got it.
Okay. So, I had a couple people talk to me about relationships since I am the relationship expert. And people keep asking me, since I don't have a relationship,
Right.
how am I so good at relationships?
What makes
I
you
said,
so smart?
when you fuck up so many relationships, you become an expert.
Now, see? You don't need a PhD.
No, and it's because also I have the extra brain power that is generated
Right.
inside this holy vessel.
And your synapses firing.
They fire. So, so the question was, how long should somebody wait to date after a breakup? And what helped the most after a major breakup? So for yourself, how long do you normally take between a breakup?
A day. I think waiting, if you're waiting on purpose, it's harder for you because you're consciously waiting. Like, are you holding people back and be like, I'm not done yet. Hold on for a little while. I need a break.
Right.
And some people do need breaks, but some people don't. I mean, I've always been a serial monogamist, so
Okay.
I'm more comfortable in a relationship because me out of a relationship, I mean, like, watch out, world.
Right.
I mean, hide your wives, you know, that shit.
It's like you the Tasmanian devil.
Right. Tear it up through your town.
Just run through tearing up shit. Like for me, I take a little bit of time because my breakups have all been major breakups where they hurt. But the other part about it too, since, you know, I really wasn't shit, I always had, you know, pussy in the pocket.
Right.
You know,
To
where
carry over.
yeah, where you kind of stash somebody away. And but over the years, the funny thing about it is that all those stashes that I've had are gone.
Yeah.
And it's weird to not have that. It's almost like a security blanket.
Yeah.
So I never was ever really to go all the way down after a breakup because I always had something stashed that I could always kind of reignite or something.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I had a breakup and that's been gone, I would always try to take time. And you don't realize how long 6 months is.
Yeah.
When you've always been in relationships and you take 6 months off, it's a major amount of time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's a long time to be masturbating.
and you get good with masturbating. You can do both hands.
Right. I call this one the stranger.
Right. Yeah, you lay on one till it falls asleep, and then you. But the other part too to that is I've been reading the book The Secret. I sent it to you. Yeah. I know you ain't ready yet. No. But what helped me was realizing that whatever you don't want or you do want or whatever is what you put your focus on. So all the time when they're like, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship, people are being attracted to you who want a relationship because you're focusing on relationships, so you're bringing relationship energy to you. Yeah. So I've learned to not focus on relationships or any of that kind of stuff and just focus on being happy. Yeah. So the amount of time you should take is whatever time it takes you, but you have to stop focusing on relationship, not getting back with your ex. You have to let all that shit go and only focus on being happy. Because if you focus on just being happy, then the universe is gonna bring you happiness. Right. So, person one says, I think at least 6 months to reflect and do a self-examination. Rebound relationships never work. You only end up doing more damage to yourself and the other person you drag into it. So, I mean, it's kind of true, right?
I think some rebound relationships work.
Yeah, sometimes rebound relationships work, but sometimes they do catch some scrap mail in the bomb that exploded of your relationship.
I don't know what the fuck scrap mail.
Shrapnel.
It's shrapnel.
Well, I'm black, and I've been drinking my wine, so
I've been drinking.
So they do catch some of the bomb particles, if that's a better word for you.
It's a manly word,
right? Yeah, fucking bomb particles. Because when the relationship explodes and you move on, there's still pieces flying all over the place.
Yeah, and some people will sabotage their own relationships, whether knowingly or unknowingly.
Oh, definitely. Like, because it's like the person that wasn't shit to them, they're still, like if you meet somebody that's cool and you still fucking around with somebody who wasn't shit, you fuck up the potential. Because if I'm looking at you and I'm like, you still harping over this dude who didn't give a fuck about you, and I'm sitting here taking you to Benihana's,
right? And
you still crying over this dude who, you know what I'm saying, never took you to an En Vogue concert, never did anything for you, and now I'm supposed to find some way to treat you nice.
Right. Well, I gotta be that guy.
Yeah, I'm that dude. Person number two, they shouldn't date until they until they're healed and over the last situation. And if you're still helping your ex out, then you're not over them. What do you feel about that?
That's true.
That could touch home a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if somebody is still dealing with their ex in a way, maybe they're not over them.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. Person three. Everybody heals different, and some people need more time than others. But I don't think there's a specific amount of time to wait. I think that dating can be a healthy way to heal. I'm not saying to rebound and jump to another relationship, but go out, have fun, enjoy the company of somebody else can be a good distraction from the stress of the breakup. Yeah. And that's kind of like what you said. Like, it could be good. Yeah. Because you're not just sitting around thinking like, oh, he didn't want me. I'm not good enough. Why wasn't I good enough? Oh, all men ain't shit. No.
Yeah, there's so many women say that. I don't even think the women that say that actually believe it.
That all men ain't shit?
Yeah, I don't think they believe it. They just want to say it because it sounds like something everybody says.
It's like cliche at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like people, they argue that same way now. Like, all men ain't this and all men. But you keep still trying to date them.
Yeah.
Like, well, go get you a girlfriend and see how that work out for you.
That don't work out any better.
That might not work out no better for you too. But like that's what somebody, I read a meme today about, and it said Mary J. Blige, she damn near 50 years old, still singing about how men ain't shit. Mary, maybe it's you.
I know, because her dudes keep fucking up. Because I think it's more of it's not even a man issue. Because we don't say bitches ain't shit anymore, but that happens. It's a human thing. It's not like a man or a woman. Humans ain't shit.
Right.
And monogamy isn't natural.
And I think that sometimes by people, monogamy is just a form of ownership. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why people want to get married. That's why people want to. You can make it sound as pretty as you want to be, but they think that it's a sense of security. Security means that it's locked down. Lockdown means you own it.
Yeah.
So people associate some kind of marriage or some kind of committed relationship with some form of ownership. And that's why they can't understand when I say we are just borrowing each other's time until that person doesn't want to give it to you no more. Right. And it's okay. When I say that, people cannot understand me. They feel like that I'm being crazy or I'm saying something off the hook. No, it's true. Yeah. A motherfucker can wake up tomorrow and be like, I don't want to do this no more. Yeah. And, people going to be, she ain't shit because she didn't want to be with me. No, she just changed her mind.
Yeah, and she's entitled to.
She's entitled to. But people don't feel like you're entitled to. Why did she cheat on you? Because she couldn't tell you she wanted to fuck this other person. Yeah. She couldn't come to you because you think you own her, and she couldn't tell you, look, I just want to fuck this person right now. It isn't that I don't care about you.
You're not going to understand it.
Right? Because have you ever cared about a girl and fucked somebody else?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It didn't affect that you cared about the other person. Yeah. It just what you wanted to do. Yeah. It's hella people right now. That's what I be thinking is the biggest, joke a little bit. It's hella people right now. You with somebody, you looking upside their head. They fucking somebody else. And it doesn't diminish that they care about you. Yeah. But this false sense of ownership makes you feel like, that person is doing something personally to you. And they can even tell you, hey, it's not about you. Yeah. But people won't hear it. A lot of people put their self-esteem based on their relationship. Because that person cheated, somehow I wasn't good enough. Or I didn't do that. No, you was good enough. Yeah. They just wanted some different pussy.
And that was one of the questions on the podcast that was messed up, is that the person asked, if a man loves you or says he loves you, how can he cheat on you?
Easy.
And the answer was, his dick has nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
And the balls ain't loyal.
No.
So it's like he
These
can love you
balls ain't loyal.
He can love you to death.
Right.
But this sex thing is to this person just sex.
Right.
I can fuck the shit out of someone. I'm not saying me, but the man can fuck the shit out of somebody and still love the person he's with.
So you can fuck the shit out of a man and still love the girl you with. That's really gay.
At least I'm fucking the man. He's not fucking me.
Whatever. It's still pretty gay. All right, last one. This one's longer, so work with me. Okay, here we go. Gang time. Ooh. Okay. It depends on how serious a relationship was. If family and friends were involved, then it's pretty serious, and maybe take some time to heal your soul. Reflect on the lessons learned and what you want moving forward. Time frame for this may vary. I think a person is ready when they are no longer concerned with their ex's online activity, looking at their Instagram or Facebook, what did I say? Facebook, or asking people about their ex's whereabouts or activities. What helps for the most? What helps the most after a major breakup? What about help? What has helped me the most after breakup is surrounding myself with people that truly love me and have my back unconditionally. Crying on the shoulder, venting as much as possible, and then doing activities with them to remind myself that life isn't over and nobody died. They really remind me that I could always be worse, and now I get to look forward to something new. And laughing with loved ones is amazing. My family has always been able to make me laugh till it hurts. After a big breakup, traveling with friends, family, day spas are the best in my opinion.
And at the end of the day, we have a golden pie.
What's a golden pie? But that person just said a lot of things though, and that's a key too. when you not most people, when some people get in relationships, what do? They cut off their family, they cut off their friends, they cut off their whole social network. And when it fails, they really have nobody to turn to.
Yeah.
So I think you have to foster all your relationships. No matter what relationship I've been in, I have platonic female friends and they stay my friends. Yeah. I've been in a relationship before where I cut them, or I kind of, we'll talk about that on another podcast. But I kind of treated my friends bad, and I feel bad to this day about it, because the girl. The reason why she had a problem with my platonic female friends, because her male friends, she still has something for, and when we ended up breaking up, she ended up fucking with them. So she was using her issues and put them on me.
Projected.
And I went for it because I was trying to be good,
Yep.
That's when I was going to church and blah, 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 blah. I was little baby Moses.
Boy.
So, I mean, I learned a lesson, though. I learned that you need to foster all your relationships because you don't know when you're going to need them. Yeah. So that is really important, to never lose yourself, because like I said, we're humans. Mm-hmm. You love justice. She could wake up tomorrow and be like, I had a dream and you wasn't in it. It would hurt. Yeah. But you have to be able to pick yourself up and keep living, because it's an option. It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, and sometimes that doesn't mean the end of the relationship either.
Right.
Because our grandparents probably didn't love each other every day.
Right.
They went in and out.
It's that roller coaster ride. My boy, one of my coworkers, he was telling me that, that the marriage is a roller coaster ride. It's up and down. There's days when you can't stand them, and there's days when you like them. There's days you can't stand them, and days you don't like them. I can't get past the can't stand them. It's like, I can't stand you. I'm fucking with you no more.
Wait till nothing else happens.
Right, that's it. That was all I needed. So yeah, there goes my topic.
Very nice.
What's yours?
So my topic is 10 things a black man looks for in a wife.
What? Good credit?
That's right. A credit score of 700.
How'd you go visit?
A nice looking sister. The first one is independent, interdependent, and dependent. Will you self-destruct if he's not around for a day or two? Is your existence dependent upon him? Equally, do you shun his assistance? Can you take his help, or do you want to be the man? Have you been doing for yourself for so long that you've forgotten how to be taken care of? Answering yes to any of those questions is not good, because men want a woman that is balanced. A woman that possesses her own interests, yet wants or needs her man to be around. That's the number one. The second one is family ailments. Men, like women, think about what hereditary issues their boo might have that can be passed down to their children. The retarded ass kids. The one is, if you have lupus, asthma, or glaucoma that runs through your family, that's something of an importance. Even the small stuff like the men being short in your family could be turn a man off, because they don't want to have short children. I doubt if men really care about that. If she got lupus and she got a fat ass, well, she's a fat ass lupus patient. Do you make any sense? When you bring an issue to him about some discrepancy with a friend, family member, etc., does your argument sound coherent, or do you just assume that he will always take your side, which is bad?
Right.
Can you be unbiased and admit when you're in the wrong or have jumped the gun? Or are you a woman that can take being wrong and would rather be right than fair? Sometimes women would rather win the fight or verbal spat than actually solve the problem that they're arguing about. They'd rather argue than solve it.
Right.
It's fucked up. The next one is the worst day. On your worst day, that includes no makeup, no weave, and even when you're not feeling yourself, how do you look? Men often can be turned on or turned off by the after sex you. Like, if we didn't toe up the sheets and you sweating and your eyelashes off, how do you look to me then? If it's a turn off, then I'm probably gonna bounce.
Well, if you didn't do your job, she gonna look regular. But she needs to look like she got hit by a car in the rain.
And a lion grabbed onto her.
Right, yeah. She needs to look like she got hit by lightning.
The next one is problem solving, handling adversity. When stressed out, how do you handle it? Do you panic? Do you remain calm? Do you have a breakdown? Men want to understand the load they will have to bear when it comes time to console you. Because with the way you handle stress may impact your partner just as much as it impacts you. No one wants to end up with a worrier.
I'm a warrior.
Because I'm going to be bald anyway.
Right.
Forgiveness. No man wants a woman that is hard on forgiveness. Yet no man wants a woman that's too forgiving. Bullshit. Men need a balance of backbone and leniency. If you make him pay for a mistake, don't continue to bring it up. That shows you haven't truly forgiven him.
Right.
People make mistakes, but no decent man will stay with a woman that lets him turn mistakes into habits.
Well, that's true.
If I always get away with it, then
I like getting away with shit.
make you feel like you got the last cookie.
Yeah.
The next one is conscious of self and world and volunteer. You don't have to be Angela Davis or some activist crime-fighting soul sister, but please be aware of the social conditions around you. Be aware that it's hard being a black woman. It might be a little tougher being a black man.
Hard out here for a pimp.
Even though we all have our own struggles as people of color.
When I'm trying to get this money for the rent.
The cat makes a cat when it's That's why the whole lot of bitches were jumping shit. Nurturer, potential to be a mother. Does he respect you? Do you respect yourself? Can he see you being the mother of his children?
Woo!
Potential husbands usually want to be fathers, and they want a respectable woman to raise their children. A man's weakness is a woman that is kind to every human being. That's called friendly pussy in some states.
She ain't your girl, she everybody friend.
Get it, spend it. When we first meet you and during the early dating stages, men do their homework and notice your spending habits. They're trying to figure out if you're high maintenance, frugal, or how much you may cost them in the long run.
Yeah, bet you cost.
They're also trying to see if you're fair when it comes to spending habits. Sometimes I pay, sometimes you pay. A man will not wife a chick with bad spending habits, especially if he doesn't believe he can foot the bills. Money will ruin any good relationship.
How are you in your relationship? Are you guys cheap?
You know what's funny is that
I think you're damn
we're kind of frugal.
I think you're cheap.
But when it comes to like eating out or somewhere, it just matters who gets their wallet first. I don't always have to get mine. Sometimes she'll get hers, and I'll let her. She'll be like, "Let me treat you instead," which is fine.
But most of the time, do you treat?
Yeah.
It's still tricking if it's your girl. But you guys don't have a problem with who spends what.
No, but she keeps an eye on if I buy a big ticket item, she kind of feels bad after it. Yeah, after I do it, like, man, we didn't have to buy that, you know. I wish we didn't get that.
What?
But after a while, you know, it's like let's say we get a TV on Black Friday, and it costs a little bit more than we were willing to spend. It's like she's like, did we really need a TV? We got
But
one
you already got the TV.
Yeah. It's like buyer's remorse.
But what about when you buy her stuff that costs a couple dollars?
I don't tell her how much it costs.
Oh, okay.
I keep that out of the equation.
Right. Because if you did, she would probably feel some type of ways, right?
Yeah. And the thing with her is I'll give her stuff. She doesn't want to brag about it. Like some girls show their friends as soon as they get it, or they want to brag to everybody on Facebook. Well, our most magical moments have been off Facebook.
Right. Because, you should be too busy living, right?
Yeah.
That's why, we're in a group on Facebook. And I always wonder about the people who talk about they're married and then they have so much stuff to share always on Facebook. Like, what kind of wedding marriage are you in?
Yeah, some of them you look through their pictures and you don't see the dude nowhere in them.
At all. And then, females, I like that shit when females be like, oh, well, it's had less drama in your life if people ain't in your business. Ain't in your business because the nigga ain't yours.
Yeah, he's somebody else.
Thank you. All right, finish going. I'm sorry. I got you off track.
That's good. Last one is wit versus intelligence. You graduated from college with a 3.6 and you're in the top 10% of your class. So you think you're hot shit. No, you're not. There's a difference between being intelligent and witty. Intelligence gets you a job. Wittiness gets you a husband. Wit is when you can jokingly tell your boyfriend to get his shit together without him feeling attacked. Wit is when you can talk slicker than he and make him happy rather than just make him smile. Wit is the difference between a nagging girlfriend and a woman you don't want to disappoint.
Right, and women do not get that shit. Especially women who think they kind of smart. Like, really, you're not smarter than me. My brain synapses fire better than you.
You ain't witty like you supposed to.
Right, and that's the thing, though. You can make... I've intimidated people, and I haven't even done anything.
Yeah.
I just had basic conversation, and they feel some type of ways. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's like people automatically assume that I might be up to something or have an alternative motive just on the way that I talk. And I ain't done nothing.
You're like, I'm innocent.
I'm innocent. I'm catching a case and I ain't even do no crime yet. But the smarty arty women, my boy used to date a smarty arty woman. And
Smarty arty.
yeah, and she was intelligent. Prime example, we was all having drinks and she was being super smarty arty, annoying everybody. And I'm trying to change the subject. And I'm like, oh man, this is a nice glass. But you know how some restaurants give you like an old jar? No, it's a jar.
What?
I said, what is it made out of? Because we can get as petty as you want to get. Because, I might be drinking, but I'm still smart.
Yeah, I remember this shit.
You're right. I'm like, so what is it made out of? What material? Well, it's a jar. Okay, I understand that. But what is it made out of? What is the material of it? Oh, but because she couldn't beat me at that little game that she was trying to play of her intelligence. Now, okay, let's change the subject. I just can't stand people like that. We know that you went to college. Okay, you went to college, you paid attention. That don't mean anything.
Yeah, I still remember that girl that wouldn't talk to me because I didn't go to college.
What?
In San Francisco, they live by the beach.
Okay.
And she was coming in from out of town visiting. And we was having a nice conversation and everything until she's like, what college you go to? I was like, I didn't go. And she was like, what?
That's fucked up.
Well, fuck you, 227.
She didn't want to fuck with you because you was dumb.
Yeah, so, fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. All right, you ready? Next topic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, when dating someone new and you just started having sex, how soon do you let the inner freak out? And how soon should the other person? Can there be a such thing as too freaky too soon? Or should you give them all from the jump?
All from the jump.
From your experience, you would like, first session, you eating ass in the whole nine.
Well, not the eating ass part. You save the eating ass until you see what her cleaning habits are. But all that other shit,
right?
Man, you smack them and do all kind of because you want the callback. You're like, it's like you're auditioning for a part.
But okay, so have you ever fucked somebody too good?
Yes.
And they treated you a certain kind of way because you fucked them too good.
Like they worship me?
No. Oh, okay. So you got worship. Have you had it in a negative condensation? Connotation.
Goddamn English.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
What happened was she started thinking about the people I had sex with before her.
Right.
So it's like, do you do all your girls like this?
Right.
And that was just ignorant. I hate it.
Right. But see, I've had that. I've had where I had sex with somebody and I had to tone myself down because they're going to judge me some type of way if it's too good. And that's the problem. You can't be too good or too bad.
Yeah.
If you're too good, then they got a problem with that.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me. So and it's just like the women. They feel like they got to dish their sexuality out in little doses or you're going to judge them. Yeah, so if she deep throat your dick and lick your balls at the same time, you're going to say, like what the girl said to you, oh, do you do this to everybody? Right. That's hella stupid. I'm just appreciative that you was giving me your 100% effort. Right. I don't care about all that other shit.
I can't do nothing about it.
I can't do nothing about it. We're grown. And so, oh man, that's just crazy.
Now it's making me mad.
Yeah, now I'm pissed off.
Fuck the bitch.
Yeah. Okay, person one. Wow. This isn't a black and white question. Ooh. This is a gray area. It depends on the connection, how freaky the other person is. You can't just pull out the freaky bag and the other person isn't at that comfort level. Each person is different. But that's my point. Like, if each person is different, how do you know what to do? Because, like, as dudes, we're under a lot of pressure.
All day.
If we don't do great, then we're judged from that. If we come too fast, we're judged from that. If we can't last this, we judge from that. If we can't get it up, we can't do that. If we can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got so much pressure anyway on us.
Yeah, just going in.
Now, we have to judge our freaky level. Like she said, you can't bring the freaky bag out. But I think that you should be able, because this is what I said, right? Even think about one night stands, right? You had a one night stand before, right?
No.
You never had one
I'm kidding.
Oh, so you had a one night stand before, right?
Yes.
If you held back, have you ever had a one night stand where you felt the girl held back?
Yeah.
She didn't know that she wasn't getting no more of this dick.
Right. She had no idea.
She had no idea.
Last time.
But maybe if she would have reached in the freak bag, it might have not been a one night stand.
Yeah, because sometimes you double back and try it again just to make sure she's actually whack like that.
Right.
And then, you say, okay, yeah, she's still pretending.
Yeah, she's still. But then, like, have you ever talked to somebody after they talk about all the shit that they wanted to do?
Yeah. That's stupid.
Like, oh, I wanted to just suck your dick until you put bust and puss, like. Yeah. Why didn't we? I'm not fucking you again.
Right. You'll never get a chance to do that again. Yeah, because one of the hard decisions is when you're hitting it from the back, do you put your thumb in her ass or not?
But like, okay, if you're going to put the thumb in the ass, you got to remember that you put the thumb in the ass.
Right.
Because later on, you could think, oh, I'm going to rub the clit. And you might lick your finger.
Now you're a shit eater.
Now you just ate some shit.
So maybe if you use your offhand to put your thumb in there, it's not your right hand.
But if you do, you got to keep your thumb out. So you remember that it went in the ass.
Yeah. So just in case she has to make some corn art after.
But when you go with the thumb in the ass, see the most people I think don't understand. You don't put your whole thumb in the ass.
Right, you don't.
It goes around the entrance of it. Exactly. That's where all the nerve endings are.
Yeah, and she'll let you know if she wants you to put it in there.
Right.
Because she'll scoop back.
Yeah, she'll start, grinding back, like, throw the whole thumb in there.
And you be like, I'm not ready.
I just want to rub the outside. I didn't want to go all the way in.
I don't want to be Captain Shitty Friend.
Yeah, I don't want to write in chocolate. Okay, person number 2. I think it's more to do with trust personally. I cannot share that much of myself without trust. Some of us can have sex without anyone. Huh?
What?
Some of us can have sex with anyone.
Relating to us?
Yeah. However, to let your deep, dark sexual desires come to light, it has to be trust. I would not ascribe any amount of time. This question is about vulnerability, trust, respect, and possibly much more.
Yeah, because the funny thing is,
when you first, I would not subscribe. God damn.
When you first,
we got somebody, some intelligent motherfuckers. Damn.
When you first meet somebody, you ask the woman a question. Okay. Most women's sexual fantasy is a threesome.
Most women?
Most women.
I think most women fantasy is another woman.
Well, yeah, that's part of a threesome.
but I don't think they want you there.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If you ask a woman, what's your fantasy, and she says a threesome, she says that until she loves you. Then it's like, I don't want to share you no more. It's like, why you change your mind? I still want one.
I'm still okay with it.
Right. But then they say, to make it fair, you should be having it with the man too. And sex with like 2 men and a woman is not a threesome; it's a train.
Yeah, but I mean, but like, I don't know. But that's why I wouldn't do a threesome with my girl unless I was willing to do it the other way around.
Yeah, because that's what she's gonna throw in your face.
I mean, it would just have to be fair. But I couldn't do it because if his ball juice get on me, I had to kill him.
Y'all won't be doing an Eiffel Tower.
Right. I mean, like, what do? You guys are switching sides and some ball juice drip on you.
Yeah.
You have to murder him.
Yeah.
Then I'm in jail. And that's messed up.
Yeah. What if he busts in her face and now he's messed her face up? Now I gotta kick your ass.
Right.
No one told you to do that.
Nobody said put it in her eye. Some bullshit. So, okay. Okay, person 3. I don't think you should let everything out at once. The first time is getting to know what they like and don't like. Plus, a lot of men judge if you too freaky, so you have to act like they're the one that made you do it. Now that's fucked up.
It is.
But that's real. That's as real as it get. Your girl is a freak. And you know what? When she cheats on you, she's gonna do all the stuff that you always wanted her to do with him.
Yeah.
She hasn't sucked your dick in a year. She sucks the skin off his dick.
Right.
And
no problem.
he gets out of he gets out of her what you can't because he's new.
Yeah.
She's used to you and the little sideways sex you like and you know the okay doggy style
His
1,
rehearsal,
2, 3.
yeah.
He because you don't know how to you know spice it up. So all fellas, what I want you to do is go home, grab her by the head and just shove your cock down her throat.
Yeah.
And that's different.
See, you are the other guy.
You are the other guy. You got to do some shit. Whatever your routine is, whatever the program is, you have to do the direct opposite. If you always put her in doggy style, stick it in her butt.
See?
She's going to be like, ah.
She's only going to protest for so long.
She's going to protest for so long. She's going to like it. You have to switch up what your program is. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, you gotta do it. And you gotta, you know what? You gotta make yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even if it's something that you normally wouldn't do. You gotta do it anyway. Mm-hmm. Because what you're doing is you got to do so much stuff to her that she can't even think about doing it with nobody else because you've already did it.
Yeah, especially before a trip.
Like if she's going out of town?
Yeah, if she's going out of town, you got to fuck the shit out of her and choke her and all that. The only thing she can think of is you.
Yeah, you got to fuck her in the ass.
Yeah, have her walking funny.
Yeah, especially if you don't do it all the time. You got to be like, you go to Jamaica's with your girlfriend, but I'm going to need a whole lot of ass. The ass gonna stay here.
Don't fuck your ass off.
Right, you can go to Jamaica, but you gonna be shitting funny.
You gonna go with a distended anal cavity. Your ass gonna be on the outside.
That ass gotta stay here.
Wow.
You go with your friends all you want.
See.
Okay, last person. You can be freaky too soon. If you were nasty with me on the first encounter, then you do it with every other too. Exactly. And that's a turnoff. And that's the key of it. And that's why most of you girls is having one night stands and it's whack as fuck because you were too busy being protective, acting like oh, and you should have been trying to do as much nasty as shit as possible.
Because it might be the last time you see
Because it's going to be the last. I mean, and that's where we came up with the rule, make a play for the pussy.
Yeah.
And once we really came up with that, it really has helped me in my life.
Yeah.
Because I've received a lot of pussy that I wouldn't have received with my prior knowledge of dating. Yeah. When I was younger, I always felt like, I'm not gonna make a play. If she wanna give it to me, she gonna give it to me.
Right.
La 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 la. We came up with the thing, make a play. Even if it's not a major play, just make a play.
Be sure.
And then you never know. And so much pussy has become my way once I start doing that. Not aggressive, not rapish, but, I'm going to make a play. I'm going to let it be known that I would like to put some dick in your life.
I've been bountiful with the pussy. Put some dick in your life.
I mean, I was never to the level that you were on.
No.
I mean, you were Superman with the shit.
I was just trying to keep up with you.
I mean, when I remember the incident. I hooked you up with a chick. And I seen her the next day, and she said, "Your cousin is crazy." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I guess you guys were having a good evening.
Yeah, we were having a wonderful evening. With we had some wine and stuff. So she was like, "Hey, have a seat on the couch, leather couch."
And
I was like, "What's up? Can we? What are we about to do?" She was like, "You can get naked if you want to." Why'd she say that?
Right.
I got naked.
Butt naked
on the leather couch.
Butt ass naked on the couch.
Butt ass naked.
So she goes out the room. She comes back.
See.
You butt ass naked.
I'm butt ass naked.
Right.
Because I was invited to be butt naked.
Right.
So here I am.
Naked.
In all my splendor.
Dick wangling.
Yeah, but little did I know she wasn't really down. So she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?
What is that?"
I'm like, "Come on. It's a dick. It's not going to suck itself."
You know what this is? This is a dick.
This is a dick, bitch. But yeah, nothing happened though. That's why she said I was crazy.
Right. So I seen her in the day. She's like, "He crazy." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I went in the kitchen. I came out and dick was everywhere."
I was trying to make it Dick and Jane. see
And
Dick run.
I was like, well, that's what happened. I mean, you know, there's a lot of guys out there, right?
Yeah.
There's sheep.
Mm-hmm.
There's chickens.
There's chickens.
And there's beasts.
I'm a hairy beast.
And, you know, I'm from the beast school.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was a little embarrassing afterwards because, you know, nothing happened. So I was like, yeah, that was a dry run. But I made a play.
You make a play. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many times where I haven't made a play. And I'm like, that was just dumb.
Yeah.
But make a play.
Yeah.
You never know where to go.
Why not?
So, we ran a little bit over on this podcast. But I got a rant.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun,
dun.
We need some rant.
My rant is giving weak hoes a shot.
Ouch.
I always say, when you fuck with a chick, that's below you. You set yourself up for disappointment.
Yes.
So, if you mess around with somebody that you know you ain't supposed to be messing with, and I say that's why it's always dangerous when somebody likes you and you don't like them, and you keep them around. You keep them around long enough, you'll fuck around and be in a relationship. And you'll be looking at yourself like, what the hell was I thinking? So, I'm thinking about a situation that I was in. I was fucking with this chick. She was a little youngster. Fat ass. And that was the reason why I was messing with her.
Right.
Because the ass was just... She had the ass that's like 2 basketballs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who got ass, and there's girls who got ass.
Right.
It was like the ass was separate. 2 separate puppies.
Fighting under a dress.
And that's the only thing that I liked about her. She didn't have no career. She had 2 kids.
Wow.
She had a baby daddy who had moved on. She still stuck. You know what I'm saying? She working the little thing. And I'm just there because the ass was just... I mean, I was really in love with the ass. And so she had a hoopty ass car. Like the motherfucker, when I see her, the motherfucker be... I don't even think it's gonna start. You know what I'm saying? Like hella low grade. Like couldn't take me out.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. She could never take me out.
Could she even cook on it at home?
She could cook a little bit, but you eating up the kids' fruit snacks. You know what I'm saying? And but this is what the cold part was. Nowhere near my level. Not saying that I'm on no special level or whatever.
But she wasn't on that either.
Yeah, she wasn't even on that. But what made me think of the story was because something happened to somebody else, and I was just trying to tell them. You can't keep you give them power when you start pumping them up and they start feeling like they on your level or better than you. And so I sent some business or something I was doing. You know how you send out a mass email. I hadn't talked to her in a while or whatever. This is like stalker.
Whoa.
Like, do you? I mean, I don't want it to sound like I think I'm all that, but like, bitch, really? Think I have to stalk you?
Yeah.
Like, besides the ass, there's nothing else to stalk. And they keep making asses on chicks that got careers, got jobs, don't got baby daddies, don't drive a fucked up ass hoopty. Like, but I didn't even, you know what? I didn't even say all that.
You kept that on the inside.
I didn't say anything. And that's what I was trying to explain to my boy. Like, you ain't got to go off on people like that. They not going to be nothing. Not that I'm, not that I think that I'm all that. But I'm saying they not going to be nothing. So you giving them run by saying all this stuff and getting all pissed off is giving them power. So the thing is, you got to just move yourself away from those people in those situations. Know your worth. Once you know your worth, you don't even get associated with people. I was mad at myself for fucking with somebody like that. Then, especially, not just because of that, but because they would have the audacity to even associate me with some stalker shit. Like, me being nice to you associated with some stalker shit? Like, really?
Like, how could you?
Like, really, how could you? Like, Jay? Stalker?
You fuck with Junius.
Right. Man, do you want to see my resume? You want to see my whole resume?
Crazy. A lot of dudes get caught up in that kind of stuff
Yes.
too, where they're like the dude that played football recently. He fucked with this chick with fat ass from the Bad Girls Club or something like that, and got her pregnant.
Right.
So now she's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna have his baby," and she's expecting him to leave his wife, and the wife goes, "Oh no, I'm not going nowhere."
Right.
Oh, he fucked up, but we got 4 kids together.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. And but but they said it in a song though. Don't trust a big butt and a smile.
Right.
That girl is poison.
Yeah, if that's all she got, you better keep looking.
Man, or you will play yourself.
Yeah.
Don't play yourself. Don't play.
Man, we need all the brothers to say to themselves right now, don't play yourself.
Don't play yourselves. Do not play yourself. A big ass will have her feeling herself.
Yeah.
So that's my rant today, dudes. To my fellas out there, girls, you can get in on this too, but this is for them.
Right.
This for the dudes.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. If you put your net worth next to her net worth, right? And that shit ain't even
Not worth.
I don't know how much power we can give the booty. Because a fat ass obviously has a lot of
Yeah. Because men are visual.
So yeah, that's all.
Don't get caught up.
Don't get caught slipping. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it. All right. Let's wrap this one up, man.
All right, peace.
Peace. So that concludes our show tonight. We know there's a lot of podcasts you could be listening to.
And should be listening to.
So we thank you for riding with us. I'm J.R. Rydha.
And I'm Kerry Witta K. Make sure you look us up on Facebook or Instagram, or get at us on grownmenchoppingitup@gmail.com. That's spelled out GROWNMENCHOPPINGITUP. And remember, everybody kneeling ain't praying.
Peace.